Rich signifies taking care of our living expenses of $3,000 each month. This implies accomplishing a last easy revenue of $36,000 each year. Our underlying dynamic pay is $50,000 each year, which gives a yearly bring home of $42,000 after charge, meaning we have generally $500 each month to put resources into Bitcoin. Because of the unstable idea of digital money, monetary specialists, for the most part, suggest it for educated financial backers who are devoted to finding out with regards to the resource and have a ton of time to ride the highs and lows. Then, at that point, a portion of similar guidelines of putting resources into the financial exchange apply. In particular, don't settle on passionate choices or sell on a downswing. This may be significantly more troublesome and take more discipline for digital money financial backers. Ross recommends not checking the cost regularly and surely few out of every odd day. Bitcoin is basically a speculative vehicle for nerds. Essentially, don't eat out and hope to pay for the feast with Bitcoins. In the relatively recent past, you might have purchased unlawful medications with the money, yet the FBI shut down Silk Road recently, which permitted individuals to purchase illicit substances namelessly. A few genuine sellers have taken to Bitcoin, permitting clients to buy genuine items and administrations with the advanced cash. Richard Branson of the Virgin Group has even chosen to acknowledge Bitcoins through his Virgin Galactic. Reddit permits you to utilize Bitcoin to purchase Reddit Gold. Indeed, you can't buy your regular food with Bitcoins, however, you can purchase an outing to space. While a few regular sellers have investigated tolerating Bitcoins as well, the majority of the interest for the cash has been powered by examiners, rather than early adopters. Assuming you're hoping to utilize Bitcoin to pay for stuff, you really want a Bitcoin wallet like Coinbase. It's a basic site or application that permits you to safely store your Bitcoins and sell them. With such a lot of instability, involving Bitcoins in regular day-to-day existence would be very unsafe at any rate. Purchasing a TV for $1,000 may have cost up to 10 Bitcoins last month and only 1 Bitcoin now. With such unpredictability, any genuine trade led with Bitcoins is probably going to bring about one party missing out on a great deal of significant worth. So, the present moment, the cryptographic money is practically only an instrument for hypothesis. Coinbase is one of the major Bitcoin trades, which permits you to trade Bitcoins however you see fit. You join, store genuine cash, and trade the money with generally low expenses. Bitcoin's bullish history. In the first place, how about we investigate the value history? As per Bitstamp, starting today, the market capitalization is more than $12 billion, with north of 12 million Bitcoins in the framework. Until 2013, Bitcoins were exchanging for either under $10 each or very little finished. When 2013 began, Bitcoins appeared to ever increment in esteem until April 9, where they crested at above and beyond $200. By April 16, Bitcoins had lost close to a large portion of their worth. Since April, Bitcoins have made an absurd rebound. Bitstamp shows that the cost of a Bitcoin didn't arrive at its past top until November this year. Nonetheless, in this equivalent month, Bitcoins flooded up to above and beyond $1,000 apiece. At this moment, they appear to be fluctuating. Obviously, this is all speculative. You can make every one of the forecasts you need, yet nobody knows what's on the horizon for Bitcoin. Is it simply a trend, or would Bitcoin be able to truly form into a regular cash? Assuming it truly took off, could the public authority not simply boycott it totally? The truth will surface eventually, however, for the time being, we should theorize. As of December 2017, the cost of Bitcoin is past $18,000. Certain individuals have made millions and billions putting resources into Bitcoin. Besides, there have been hard forks into things like Bitcoin Cash, which likewise have supported individuals' benefits. Step-by-step instructions to make $1 million with Bitcoins. You have two choices: mine or exchange. By digging for Bitcoins, as long as the business sectors stay dynamic, you can fundamentally bring in cash in vain. In any case, the issue is mining is such an extreme gig since it is not really worth the effort. Transforming your PC into a digger will probably make it boisterous and heat up. It would almost certainly require some investment to try and mine a solitary Bitcoin, by which time you most likely would have spent more on power. Notwithstanding, assuming that you approach some genuine registering influence and you don't need to cover the bills, you could bring in some pain-free income here. The more reasonable approach to making 1 million with Bitcoins will be exchanging them through the most noticeable trades, like Coinbase. Back in 2011, you might have purchased Bitcoins for $10. Selling them at $1,000 today would have conveyed a benefit of $990 per Bitcoin. Essentially, you ought to have purchased around 1,000 Bitcoins back when they were modest. This would have cost you around $10,000 in 2011, making you a tycoon today. Making 1 million with Bitcoins today is most likely still conceivable. However, you will require some capital. Bitcoins can vary numerous rate focuses each day. On May 22, 2017, the cost hopped up 10%. Day exchanging Bitcoins will be unsafe. However, where there is unpredictability, there is an open door. In any case, you want to adopt a more extended term strategy and finish up whether or not you figure Bitcoin will be fruitful. Then again, in the event that you have a solid conviction in the destruction of the Bitcoin, you really want to short the digital money in any capacity you can. This could be an incredibly hazardous undertaking still, yet, on the off chance that the Bitcoin market is really bound for disappointment, why not get rich when the air pocket pops? Alternate ways to invest in Bitcoin. It's memorable as essential that Bitcoin is a cash, not a stock or bond. This actually intends that contributing in it is like putting resources into a money. You're basically trusting the worth of Bitcoin comparative with your local cash goes up. The most straightforward method for putting resources into Bitcoin is to absolutely get a Bitcoin wallet and purchase Bitcoins. We suggest Coinbase for US financial backers. It's the simplest, connections to your ledger, and permits you to trade Bitcoins. Additionally, on the off chance that you purchase $100 in Bitcoins, Coinbase will give you a $10 reward. That is marvelous! To put resources into an ETF through your specialist, look at the GBTC at Stockpile. This ETF tracks Bitcoin, and you can put resources into partial offers. Get everything rolling at Stockpile and get $5 free of charge. Start here. Keep in mind, you could likewise put resources into Litecoin or put resources into Ethereum also. Bitcoin Tycoon, you want to capture another person's equipment and get digging for a lengthy time frame. Would you like to invest in Bitcoin now? Isn't it worth investing? Don't forget to share your ideas with us.